if you're watching this video, chances are you either lost your masters in a bad deal, right? You're in a bad deal or a deal right now and you're just very curious. You're afraid of losing your masters in a deal, or you want to know how to keep your masters. Either way, I got you covered. So don't click off this video. Now check this out. Now, in order to understand this process, you're going to have to understand the process of producing the masters, right? Copywriting the masters and owning those copyrights or registering the copyrights. And you're going to have to understand from those rights, transference of rights, how that transference will work. You're going to understand how to own this thing for 95 years from the date of your release, or 120 years from the date of creation. And you will understand that you're going to have to exploit it or license it between that 95 or 120 years. Now, here's the catch-22 with this. If we don't do something about this, the label's going to own the master or the artist is going to own the master. But if we do something about this, the label's going to own the master or the artist is going to own the master. See, that's a really sticky situation right here. So I understand this. Let me walk you through it. My name is Casey Graham. This is the Music Money Makeover Show. Hey everybody, welcome back to the Music Money Makeover Show. Let's hop right in it. Now, check this out. Producing it. We got to get some music and lyrics done. We got to record, mix, and master our product. And then we have to take our sound recorded product and we have to press it, or in some digital cases, bounce it. But what we're going to do here is we're producing a master recording. We're paying for this production right here. And whoever is going to pay for this production will own it. Hands down. That's it. We just produced a product. There's nothing wrong with that, okay? And I want you artists to understand that, and I want you new labels to understand that. Now, once we have produced our product, we paid for the songwriters, the producers, we paid the artists to go in there and produce a product and put their performance on the record for us. Everybody's paid, the engineers, the mastering engineers, the mixing engineers, the record pressing plant. We got to transfer the rights, okay? Now, chances are this is happening before you're pressing it because you need the rights to press it, but let's talk about it. Now, we got to transfer master rights from music producer to the label. Then we got to transfer the master rights from the songwriter to the label. And then the artist has to transfer their right in the recording deal, right? Their performance on that, man, they got to transfer that. You're giving the label the right to reproduce. You're giving the label the right to reproduce those records. And then from that, you got to get a release form from studio by payment. I recognize that that's not the right spelling. But anyway, once you get that release and all those rights transferred, the label now owns the record, the master copyright, the sound recording copyright. Done deal. We just did that legally. They paid for it. They own it. What you gonna do about it? Look at this. We're copywriting it now. We're going to register the master under an LLC because the company got to own this thing. We're going to either archive it for 120 years of protection or we're going to release it for 95 years of protection. We're still operating within the law. Now, here's the license loophole right here. You can lose it through a license if your debt is not recouped in a set amount of time. So whatever was in your deal, you could possibly lose your master rights for, let's say, if they were expecting you to recoup in 10 years or 5 years or 20 years, you know what I mean? Because you did so much production, if they were expecting you to recoup fast. But if you don't and they drop you, there's a loophole right there. If the label perceives that the debt is a loss and you get terminated, the label will take the masters to clear the debt. If you recoup the cost in the term, who's going to do your administration anyway? And that's the question. A lot of artists want to get their masters back, but then what happens when you got to pay, the executive producers and A&Rs who took points, vocal producers who took points, producers who took points? Somebody has to be on the hook for paying these people, and I know it's not going to be the artists or the families of the artists. So you got to let somebody do that, which in cases you're never going to own 100% of the money anyway, or the master. So that's what I mean by this right here. If we make a Hail Mary on this thing, you got to negotiate for a buyout that you can afford. You're not going to be able to afford that. The label will be 10xing to 14xing the value of the copyright anyway. How are you going to get that out when you're not doing shows anymore at this point? You don't have money saved up for this type of investment. Now, this takes some walking through, and if you need some explanation on this for your independent label so that you secure the masters correctly for yourselves, book a call with me, all right? If you're an artist and you want to figure out the best option for you, book a call with me. Because if we beat the house on this thing, at least you staying independent if you're a small label, or staying independent if you're an artist. See, the whole point to this video right here was to keep you independent. I don't know if you recognize that, but the whole reason for this video was for me to explain to you to produce the master, to transfer the rights to your company, and to register for those copyrights. All right. Like I said before, this is a process right here. It ain't easy to do this. And I just gave it to you in a nutshell. Book a call, get a plan, get some results. All right. Because if you make music, you should make money. This is the Music Money Makeover Show. Music Money Makers. I'll see you next time. Peace.